there, Gemini, and welcome back to Bon Echo Tarot. Thanks for joining me today for your July 2020 general reading. I want to start off by apologizing for how I just completely got derailed with the solar eclipse solstice reports. Solar eclipse took me out, and I basically had to disassemble my life and reassemble it all over again, which was a real pain at the time, but I'm actually really grateful for what it's opened up for me, and it's really made things better. So at any rate, enough about me. Let's talk a little bit about you, shall we? So Gemini, we are just coming into the last stretch of when Venus has been retrograde. Venus is still in your sign, but it's now slowly moving forward. So, you're not going to get full speed on that until the end of this month. The other thing is that Mercury, your ruler, is in retrograde. So, and it was with the same, basically occupying the same houses as the solar eclipse situation was. So Gemini was looking at important news about money and possible raise, perhaps even a new very lucrative client. That was for the solar eclipse. But because, Mercury retrograde, Mercury is your ruler, sometimes it can really mess you up. But, funny thing, one of my housemates is a Gemini, and their phone wasn't working for like months, and then just started working today. So I find it interesting that sometimes when all of the different aspects of planets are completely chaotic and retrograde, because almost all of them are retrograde now, if not, no, almost. I think it's 6 planets are retrograde. Anyway, so my point is that sometimes I'm wondering if maybe the energies kind of cancel each other out. So Mercury retrograde may actually bring things back to life for you in some particular way. So, and you may actually really enjoy the process of Mercury retrograde this time around. So, and I would hazard a guess too that whatever synergy that you may have been experiencing and harmonization between Venus and your ruler Mercury, throughout this Venus retrograde period, that you've been taking advantage of that. So, that's my astrological flash for Gemini. Your first card has come out. What you holding on to, Gemini? Are you holding on to your cash? With all this activity in your second house. This isn't so much about your identity. It's more, which is kind of what Venus was putting you through your paces for. But I'm feeling like you're holding on pretty tight to the purse strings, which is a very good plan for you. And if you can show a lot of discipline right now, Gemini, it's going to pay off for you so well as the year progresses. All right. So another 4 cards, and we'll be able to take a look at what's happening for you. One more card, please, for Gemini, July 2020. All right. So, surrounding energies for Gemini are the Hierophant. So, this could be a higher level of spirituality. This could be a more formal expression of commitment towards something or someone. So, like I said, we have the 4 of Pentacles. Gemini's holding on to something. So, let me take a look at the cards. Okay, so we've got your obstacle is the Ace of Swords. So I usually see the Ace of Swords as being truth in its pure form. And we have the Queen of Wands as the foundation of your reading. So that could be you feeling really fired up and ready to go. That could be a fire sign that's in your world that you're dealing with directly. So that would be an Aries, Leo, or Sag. In your past, you've got the Star. So a lot of things to hope for. Also possibly an Aquarius somewhere in the mix. Ooh, okay. So crowning your reading is the Knight of Swords. So Knight of Swords is usually, for me anyway, confrontation. Oh, and there it is, love. 2 cups. So that's your short-term outcome, Gemini. Who are you? Well, you are justice. You could be dealing with issues around the law. You could be getting married. There could be a civil ceremony of some sort coming for you. Things in your environment are happening very quickly. There's a lot of communication happening with different people. Mercury retrograde is doing that with people. It's bringing people from the past, conversations, confrontations as well. You're not the only one who's seen the Knight of Swords today. So in your hopes and fears, you've got the 3 of Wands. So maybe you're waiting for something. And in your final outcome, we have the Strength card. So that could be a Leo. Did I say Leo? Yeah, you've got Queen of Wands at the foundation of your reading. So you could have a Leo around you somewhere. You could be involved with a Leo romantically, and there may be talk of commitment, but there's also a little bit of confrontation. And you may have issues around a new beginning in communication or a new beginning in truth. So let's just put one card on each of these. Relax now. Okay. And see what we can get in terms of another perspective on your story. Ooh, there we go. There's one. Okay. All right. So Gemini, you may be holding on to your money because you're moving away from something. There's a lot of chapters ending for people in places with people moving on to new tribes, etc., etc. So you could be saving your pennies for a very big move. Oh, what is it with you? Oh no. And there is sorrow around the new beginning, or sorrow around the truth. Oh, Gemini, I'm sorry to hear that. Queen of Wands. What can we get in terms of clarity on the Queen of Wands? Okay. 2 of Swords. So there could be a decision that needs to be made, whether it's you or someone in your life. There could have been an earth sign in the past that or a father type figure that gave a lot of stability in the way you think about the future. And because of Mercury retrograde, you may be reminded of those things. Ooh. Okay, so now we're getting a few more pieces of the puzzle here. So we've got the Knight of Swords, which is the confrontation. That's crowning your reading on top of everything. Okay? And we've got the Ace of Swords. But what is your obstacle? The Ace of Swords. Clarified by the 3 of Swords. So I think what's happened is that there's been some harsh words. It's like the difference between truth and honesty in a conversation. You know, it's like someone is delivering, you know, the truth hurts. And so far, it's really caused nothing but, you know, kind of a break in the situation. Nobody knows what to do, and you're just getting out of there. So let's clarify the Two of Cups in your short-term outcome. Yeah, you've got the Ten of Wands, so this is a big burden, and things are not very clear. Nope. Something is hidden about this. And, you know, now we've got the Star. You had the Star in your past, and now we have it clarifying. So there could be an Aquarius. Somewhere in this situation. And as much as you feel that this situation is justice, or that maybe you've brought justice to a situation, there's still a lot that you need to learn from it. You may actually owe someone an apology. Yeah, because whatever this communication or this confrontation has been, has put the people around you on the defensive. So let's clarify the Strength card. Yeah, you're definitely grieving. But again, it's like, you know, either you have a Leo who's being very supportive of you at this point, or this situation and the disappointment that you're experiencing is actually making you stronger. So yeah, sounds like we got some stuff going on, Gemini, for July. But you know, you're not alone. We're all kind of dredging up the past, making peace with things, maybe not as gracefully all the time as we wish, but it is definitely a time of profound healing for many of us. So don't get attached to any particular outcome here, because really, as much as you feel that there's justice in this situation, you are in a period of enlightenment. So don't be surprised if you find yourself, you know, in epiphany land really soon. Okay? So, Gemini, if you found that this reading resonated with you, as kind of choppy as it was in many different directions, please join me over at Patreon for the extended reading, where you can get a subscription to all extended reads. I really appreciate your support, and please share, like, and subscribe as you will. So thanks very much, and we'll see you again. So yeah, this is a crossroads and an absolute ending of some things, and profound healing in others. Profound healing, you know, because, you know, it's like 2, 3, 4, 10 of clubs, yeah. This is an absolute reset. Healing old stuff. And solidifying commitment.